So here we are, guys, in the lower bracket, knocking out the last runners-up here. But here we are back in DM10 once again. Ooh, I love this map. I mean, it's so pretty, too. I mean, it's like a perfect balance of, like, the Geocomp, like, techno style and, like, the rough, rustic style. It's like that perfect mix of brown and gray that you get in, like, really good porridge. But 0-on-0 here. Falcky already taken a lot of damage. FragStealer stealing away all the YA. And Mega, for that matter, catching Falcky with his pants down mid-map, and Falcky trying to get the hell out of there, and FragStealer's more than willing to help him out. Or help him down, rather. Nice aggression on the YA pickups here. There's not a whole lot for Falcky to grab right now, except an early grave. But that's going to be a lot of damage against FragStealer, which is going to mean that this next play for the Mega could be a little bit more interesting for Falcky here. If he can survive getting there, well, look at it this way. You're going to be a fresh spawn, and your opponent only has way more armor and weapons than you. So now, that was the biggest loss there, is the opportunity to use those 5 seconds to grab weapons. But now he's just got LG, and not even that for that long. So, 1 minute and 4 frags for FragStealer here. And you can catch FragStealer with his pants down a little bit, but does he have the weapons to really punish with? Not exactly. So why I picked up there? Bird is going to be just going low with Gunblade. And actually almost cutting him down with LG there. So now Bird has done significant damage. He may have been able to push his opponent off of Mega Health, but no such luck there. Looks like FragStealer's not about to be chickened out of an item grab. It's always the hope that when you do enough damage to your opponent that they'll just kind of leave you be for a little bit. And it looks like Falcky just wants to be left alone just for a tiny bit of time so that he can get his bearings here, but FragStealer is not willing to oblige him. Nice. And there's the Mega pickup. So Falcky is just, you know, trying to get mad and even all at the same time. Just by picking up a weapon and going directly with it. But his hits aren't quite all that decisive or compelling yet. So we got to keep my camera on him. And you can see he was really hoping for that one rocket to hit. He was like, wait for it, wait for it. Oh, no dink. Oh, nice, nice surprise shot there. But you always only get the one. After that, it's all over. So yeah, we're looking here at first map. Yeah, that's correct, Puftar. So 8-on-1 here, just in the first 3 minutes. I mean, this is a huge, huge gap for Falcon to be letting grow this early in the game. But now he's actually got weapons and ammo and all the things that little boys need to take down FragStealers. Now we just need some hits. Nice. Oh, come on. Oh, okay, that'll do. If you can't nail him to the wall with the rail, just let gravity handle it. So that'll be Falcky finally getting up on the board. Coming in close range with Plasma and Rockets is going to help finish him off. But now Falky's got to worry about his own stack here. And now these YAs are starting to get away from him. Mega's going to be up. So we'll be trading a YA for a Mega. Potentially here anyway. No, he just doesn't show up. Okay, good. So that's what he was hoping for earlier. He was hoping he would be able to do enough damage, do enough intimidation to keep FragStealer off his back for long enough to get some decent items. And now that he's got 2 frags under his belt, we're starting to see a little bit of that there. But we're going to have to see what Falcky can actually put together in terms of traps so we can duck out and throw out 1 EB there and recover with a YA. And head back over to the YA that he actually does have timing on it. So that's a good start. It's a good way to maintain YA control while still doing a little bit of damage. But FragStealer is trying to do as many fadeaway rails as possible. And that last... Whoa. I hope that didn't happen for them as well as me, but it looked like that rocket just clipped out of existence. But Falky is finally able to get a frag and maintain a little bit of stack. There's a Mega pickup for him. And this the plus 4 Plasma is just beautiful, isn't it? There we go. Either make the frags back yourself or let gravity do the work or let the rockets do the work. Either way, the gap between FragStealer and Falky is narrowing very, very quickly. And remember, this is from a 0-on-7 in the first 3 minutes, so the last 2 minutes have been extremely productive for Falky here. but he took a lot of damage in that last fight. The green armor sound's going to be a dead giveaway, unfortunately. Yeah, he's going to take a rail in the back. And so now he desperately needs to get back over to Mega and fend off the teleporter exit here. There it is. Oh, and you can trap him, shove him through the teleporter with the rocket, and finish him off there. One frag down now. And this is actually a huge opportunity for Falcky to see the spawn on FragStealer and just go, all right, fine. It's time to take you down. But it looks like he was a little bit more concerned about YA, which in the long run, you know, may help him out more than anything else. Just keeping FragStealer off the armor so he doesn't have a lot to play with in these fights. Yeah, there we go. We have another suicide there. Another first one. Is there a word in the English language to describe a simultaneous rape/suicide? Probably be the worst word in the English language if there were one. In the meantime, we're just going to have to stick with the 5-on-5 that we have here. 4 minutes left on the clock. Oof. So we have the Mega Steel, so this is where Falky's armor is starting to get some chinks. Yeah, that was the one thing that FragStealer needed to get some momentum back. So if he can pick up the next Mega, you know, Falky's going to be in big trouble. Ooh, nice rail shot. He's able to take away the YA. His health isn't all that great, but there's Falcky shoving in and grabbing the Mega. It's going to be enough to keep FragStealer off the Mega for the next minute or so. Or 15 seconds anyway. So this is a big opportunity for Falcky. You know, he got the denial. He's still down by 3 frags, but he's done enough damage to FragStealer that, yeah, he should be able to make something happen here. There we go. So yeah, that was really perfectly well done from Falcky where, all right, I'm a first spawn, I'm not stacked, I have no weapons, I cannot fight at Mega, but I have timing on Mega, and my opponent isn't here yet, so I'm going to grab it anyway. Just ensuring that my opponent's not going to be full of health by the next time we come into a fight. So, bit of a random fight there, but FragStealer ends up going down. Falcky able to tie it back up 8-on-8, making this thing incredibly close. Again, a huge accomplishment with the 7 frag deficit he had in the very beginning of this game. Now this next Mega will matter for everything. He's going to have his opponent chasing him behind. Falcky has no armor here. 2 seconds before the next YA comes up. And he's looking for it. He's going to be able to get it and no punishment. So what can FragStealer get in the meantime? I mean, there isn't a whole lot of health or armor on this map. You have the 2 YAs, the green, that 50, and a couple 25 spread around, but it's really easy to make damage stick here. Which is why it's worthwhile to throw yourself at your opponent just to do a little bit of pain. Nice rockets. And that will be a Falcky officially taking the lead here on WDM10. So that's 5 frags in a row for him. I mean, this has just been incredible momentum. On a map with only a Mega and YAs, where momentum is not all that easy to hold on to. Falky's really dialed it in with the YA pickups. Sometimes on a YA-only map, it's easy to forget that, okay, even though they're the only things here, it means that they're really, really, really important, and I cannot afford to be, you know, letting my stack slide. So Falky's been running these YAs as efficiently as possible. I know he's got a solid lead from that. So 1 minute, 20 seconds. And 2 seconds to Mega, and again, he's got great timing on this. He's taken away every YA, he's shown up on every one. He's shoved FragStealer off of all the items he was being threatened on. And now he's at a point where he doesn't even need to keep that pressure up that much longer. 1 minute left on the clock. So 13-on-8 here. Falcky taking a little bit of damage. FragStealer getting away with a little bit of armor. But maybe getting away wasn't exactly the right phrase. He's got 5 health, and one more EB would do it. He's had Falcky is switching over to the Plasma, 5 seconds to Mega, but he has to leave Mega now. I mean, that could have been a situation where he could have done a little bit of damage and then gone back to Mega, figure out the timing and get the grab, but now he can't afford to do it. But oh my god, what was Falcky doing there? Was he looking more for a fight before he was looking for items? I mean, in a lot of maps, yes, that's what you need to be doing, but on a map like DM10 where resources are so scarce, you need to hunt and peck for everything, and you would expect somebody like Falcky to be able to do that. But no, that was a huge error from Falcky there. He dropped all of his timing on the items, but it's going to be short enough time there to keep Falcky in the lead. 13 on 10. First map going on over to him. Very, very good game indeed. Excellent comeback from Falcky. We're going to have to see if he can carry it through in the next map. We'll talk about map geeky stuff later. All right, but here we go. I love Acid WDM too. It's just that so many players have forgotten how to play it. So we're seeing some like really odd movement out of everybody here. But Falcky is as old school as they come. You can find FragStealer with his pants down right before the mega pickup and get that shot for free, get the mega for free. Gets it all immediately burned off, but the YA is still going to be up. It's going to be a fight over the YA, and such a small clip box on that. That FragStealer is going to get that second frag there. Oh, Fairy, I'm so glad you exist. But Falky's waiting for this red armor here. Going to be able to get the grab. Some initial almost punishment there from that rail, but ooh, the plasma is going to be much more potent at the YA, especially with the exit that Falcky has to take. So he's trying to cover his tracks as much as possible and take the long, dangerous route over to the elevator. And once he can make it there, it's much safer. 5 seconds to red, and it looks like Falcky wants to make this flatland fight happen in his favor to push him off. And oh my god, he really wants to frag more than anything. He really pushed in on that red. I mean, he could have just not done that and then already had the red here. The chase is so dangerous, especially on a circular map like this. The more you push your opponent, the more you're pushing your opponent into an item. You really need to guard your footwork carefully here. So 3-0. Falky's still looking for a way to get back on the map, but that's something we already saw in WDM 10. But again, this is a very, very different map. A lot more momentum focused. But Falky's doing an excellent job of evading fights here, which on WDM 2 is, excuse me, Acid WDM 2 is almost never possible. So he's just staying quiet. He's losing only like one frag a minute now. And he's just looking for something to pop up that he can take. Again, scavenging this. Less of a Falcky and more of a Vulture. Lol. So he gives up another shot there. He gives up another fight, giving that mega back over to FragStealer. Ooh, and Falcky getting caught with his pants down in the middle. It's not going to be helping him out all that much, not having any rockets, but he's trying to make something good happen with these rails. 46 health now. It's going to be harder to tread water. And coming back into YA, you know, technically it's a safe area, but the way that you can end up running this map, it ends up being just like the last place you want to be as a fresh spawn, especially if you're trying to recover off of a bad fight. But that's Falcky finally getting a frag up on the board. He can take away the 50. Fortunately for him, that's available. And Mega and Red will be coming up at essentially the same time. Oh, did the... Yeah, apologies about that. The overlay isn't quite smart enough to realize when players switch places between maps, which shouldn't happen in the first place, in my opinion, but, you know, some days. Some days. But thank you for throwing that out. But 3-on-5 now. Falky's starting to get some momentum here. FragStealer is able to steal away Mega and YA. Gonna have to see if Red goes over to Falky here. He's got weapons to defend it with. So it's going to be fairly even stacks at the moment. FragStealer is going to be opening up a can of whoop-outs on Falky, though. Holy crap. A rocket to an air rocket to a shotgun all the way down. That is some MK-style juggling right there. Beautifully done. And Falky just wants to say, screw it. The gloves are coming off. I am grabbing a weapon, and whatever it is, I'm going to hurt you with it. I don't care if the weapon I pick up is a slingshot. I will beat you over the head with it. Which, on a map like this, can, you know, often be enough to push your opponent into tilt, but the way FragStealer has the items rhythmed out right now, you're just going to be pushing FragStealer from big game to big game, but he might be able to catch him here with only 4 health. Can he make the catch? There's a 25 pickup, and the YA, and look at this, Falcky finally cuts his opponent across the map, knowing that he wasn't able to catch up with him, and cuts him off, puts him into a bad position, forces him down into the water, and is able to pull that frag out that way. So very, very nice. Great example of why even if you can chase in Warsign, you can get significantly faster than the other guy, it's not always the best option. Especially when we're talking about duelers of this caliber. Everybody's going to be going about the same speed anyway. Falcky waits for the YA for just a moment, but the shots aren't quite doing what they need to. There's the rail to help pick that back up. Nice, nice rocket, leaving FragStealer with only 13 health, and a rail will be a little bit of overkill, but that's exactly what Falcky needs at the moment. Still 3 frags down, but plenty of time to bring it back. Oh, that plasma. Some days does the job. Falky's able to grab away YA here. He doesn't want the 25 apparently. He's more focused on the Mega. Actually, that was really beautifully done. He was not so much focused on the Mega as he was wanting to trap FragStealer at the Mega and force a fight there. Just hoping that an initial rocket would be enough to make up for the stack discrepancy. And even though it didn't really turn into a full-fledged frag, I mean, he's definitely got FragStealer on the run now, especially with that last rail. But what does it mean if you're leaving items up? It's going to be a decent trade anyway. Oof. He had more rockets. You had more rockets. One clean rocket would have done it. There was no escaping that. I know I talk a lot, but I couldn't do what these guys are doing, obviously. I have the benefit of being the peanut gallery and not being all stressed out because I'm playing of this fucking map. But no, Falky's brought this within 1 frag, and that's always commendable. He's able to take away a few more EB ammo pickups here. And still keep FragStealer down. He's there you go. Now you've got FragStealer waiting for an armor, especially for something like the yellow armor. That is exactly the momentum killer that Falky needed. That'll tie it back up 8 on 8, 3 minutes left on the clock. But on the same token, Falky was waiting for the Mega. So that's a blade that cuts both ways. He's able to take it off though. 9 on 8 now. FragStealer is going to be hopping around trying to catch some armor just as it comes up. YA is again going to be the relatively safe spot, but getting out of it's always going to be a challenge. Still a lot of time before Mega comes up. FragStealer goes, oh, okay, red, cool, cool. Oh, but look at the punishment here. A couple of rails and FragStealer down to 11 health. 1 health, 1 more will do it, and again with the overkill on those rails, but it does the job for sure. 10 on 8. Another solid comeback from Falky here. Much more narrow for the time being. So ball's solidly back in FragStealer's court. To regain some momentum and make some of these hits. And again, he's really focused on grabbing these, which is playing right into Falky's hands for all this plasma spam. And so he's really eager to just jump out and make a fight happen here, while Falky, is already in a good position and just wants to make the spam happen. FragStealer needs to believe in the spam. Spam is your friend. 1 minute, 30 seconds. Oof. Bottom of the barrel. Tough place to be.
No. Yes. No.
Falky throwing out some chat macros here. But he's got a solid 5 frag lead now with only 1 minute. So he's getting a bit more derpy here with this close range fight, not pulling out the best weapons, but finally switching back over to plasma and making it happen. And yeah, there's going to be the forfeit there.